Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here at Plan with Elise, and I am excited today because I have new releases from Mojo Jojo Plans to share with you. There are 3 new sticker books releasing in addition to a restock of Autumn Boxes 2.0. And the release is today, Friday, September 1st at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 11 a.m. here on the East Coast, and code Elise10 will give you a discount. So let's take a look at each of these, and we are also going to do some testing to see like showing how these fit. So first up, we have dashboard black boxes. I'm so excited for a dedicated dashboard book. So these are going to be sized for a classic dashboard planner. And what's really great is that these stickers are separated. So this is going to be perfect for the right side of the dashboard. And then you'll have these small header boxes in addition to square boxes as well, and some longer strips. So this should cover up the top right side where it's like Monday through Sunday on the top right, but we'll show them. I just wanted to flip first. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages of those. Then you have a wider one without that notch out, and then square boxes. So, and the headers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then we have, are these the same? I feel like these aren't the same style box, but we'll figure out exactly what these are for. I mean, you could also put them vertically or horizontally in your planner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of those. Now we have the full-blown header boxes. So again, this is going to be great. Well, you could use this on that Monday through Sunday section. You can also use this, you could also use it on any of the left side dashboard pages because there's enough room for these full ones. And I always use the small ones, but having the full ones is actually going to be really helpful. So I'm excited to plan with these, not for the coming week, but the week after, because the coming week my dashboard is already done. But I'm excited to play around with them. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we've got some big boxes. These are probably going to fit on the bottom left side section of the dashboard. So she really thought of all sections of that planner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of those. Then we have these boxes. These are going to fit on the 4 quadrants on the left side of the dashboard as well. Now, there aren't necessarily 4 quadrants anymore in all planners because there is that long left side to-do list, but these are a great way to separate those if you want to make different quadrants or sections if it's not always 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of these. So this is the dashboard of black boxes. I'm really excited for this. I'm also really excited because I hope at this point, if it sells well, that Mojo will come out with a rainbow dashboard book, which I think would be really fun. So speaking of rainbow dashboard book, there's a mini dashboard rainbow boxes. So there's a classic black and a mini dashboard. This is more stickers, 802, because it's a mini. So you're going to have the same kind of setup that we saw here, but just different sizes because it's the mini as well. And so there's more different sizes and more space for stickers. So we've got the reds. And I can play around with this very easily in my classic size dashboard without even though these are mini stickers. And I think that's probably what we're going to show today. We have orange. Then the yellows. The greens, and I'm just going through this quickly because these are the same style, again, just a different size. Blues, and I like that there's 2 shades of each color of the rainbow in here. Purple, I like these purples. then pink, and then some additional boxes and colors. So we have like a brighter, it's more salmon orange, kind of a, not quite a Kelly green, like a teal green, kind of a sea foam, and then the purple, blue, and lime green. So this is mini dashboard boxes. And then the third one is mini horizontal rainbow boxes. So these are for a horizontal spread. I'm not currently using a mini horizontal, but that does not mean that we're not going to find a way to use this in my planners. So we have red, dark red, and the truer red. Look at these great strips over here. These I think are also going to be really good in a dashboard, to be honest with you. And then the ones with the light gray journaling lines. We've got the orange. And then the yellow. These are pretty. I'm quiet because I'm like brainstorming now different ways to be able to use these in my planner. We have the green, the blues. It just looks like a little speck here, but I can feel it. So it's not something that's going to be printed on all the sticker books. It was just probably in manufacturing. So these blues, purple, pink, and then those same additional colors that we saw, the orange, the green, this lime green, the blue, and the purple. So these are the 3 new sticker books. Let's play around and do some experimenting. Okay, now I don't have a mini horizontal planner. It's been a while since we've seen one of those, but I have a couple of other planners that I wanted to test the stickers with, because who doesn't love a good sticker test? So let's shift over a little bit. And first up, I have a classic sized dashboard. Sorry, I don't know why my phone is a little crooked there. All right, classic size dashboard. So first up, we're going to talk about how these stickers fit in this planner. So we're going to take one, and this will fit really nicely right here. And look at that, there's enough room to even put the date because she thought of everything. And then we'll take one of these boxes, and this can also fit right here. Let's give it some space on the side, which will also give you some room over here. So you can't put it to the left without covering up the day of the week, but you can put it on the right side. Now, as I suspected, this box will cover this entire section right here. And then we have one of these itty bitty boxes, which if you wanted to, you could cover up the day of the week if you wanted to like redate it or just make it a little bit more decorative. And then of course we have these normal heading size boxes, which will cover the date up a little bit more. Usually I use these to cover up one of these sections, even though I typically will use correction tape underneath it. So that's the first section of boxes. Then we jump to these. Now, these boxes, I feel like I have a sneeze. Excuse me. I knew a sneeze was coming. This box is going to be the same size as this one, but this box will be the size of one of these with the day of the week covered up. I feel like I should have done this when I first started flipping through it, but I wanted to like separate doing these. Okay, then we have the same other sizes. Did we have this one before? Maybe not. Maybe this one's a little bit wider. So let's put this one over here. Or you can even put it down here, but for now we'll put it right over here just to be able to see. Next up to the next section, we have these boxes. And these are going to be a little bit smaller than the top one because this is what I didn't figure out when I was just doing the flip through. You can put this down on the entire day. That's so crooked, but we're going to leave it on the entire day without covering up the day of the week, which is really smart. Now we have these wider ones. So this is the same as this one, and this is the same as this. So with one of these, you could either put it over here or at any of these types of headings. So those we won't demo because they're the same as ones we've already seen. And then we have this big section, which is going to cover up the notes. I was just seeing if it would work for a double box, but I don't think it will. So it can work for the notes here, even though it's not going to cover up the entire day or the entire box. You'll have a little gap here, but you can also put it right here and it's going to fill that entire section or this entire section. I'm not going to put this down because I feel like this is I don't want to waste it just to put it down, but I think you get the idea of, you know, just showing it. And then we have a couple more. So this box is going to cover up this section right here, or this one with a heading. And then we've got one more big box, and this will cover this one because this is a square section. It's a square, so it should be that way. Or you could separate these two, like I was saying, when you have a long checklist, or you can put it over here if you just wanted something bigger to track, even though it's going to go above it a little bit. You could also put it on this side if you wanted to. Of course, there's no rule about where you put your stickers, but just to kind of give you a little bit of a demonstration in terms of how to use those. So that's using a classic sized dashboard layout. Now we're going to jump into a mini dashboard, which I happen to have. So let's shift that aside and go here. And maybe we'll zoom in a little bit since it's a mini planner. I haven't touched a mini planner in a minute, in quite a while, to be honest. Okay, so I think I'm going to use, let's see. Let's use, I was going to say the pale yellow because it's probably the color I'm not as likely to use. But maybe we'll go for the, I don't know that it'll be that visible. So instead, I think we're going to go for this lighter orange. So first up, you can put this down here. It'll fit. You can put it here, or you can cover up an entire day using that. If you don't want to cover up an entire day, then you can use one of these, which has the notch right there. Then we have one of these little boxes, which is kind of fun. You could do a little bit of a layering situation like this, or you can just put them anywhere else. These smaller boxes, my guess is the intent is to just use up the space that's left over in the sticker book to be able, you know, to do something with it, but they're not necessarily intended for any specific section in the planner. Next up, we have one of these, which is going to be a little bit smaller. So it's going to fill this box without covering up the date. And then we have this, which is a little bit bigger. So this is great for something that you want to remember. You can also put it vertically to take up less width in the planner because then you have some more space. Then we have a bigger box that is going to vertically work here. And those are the same size. And those are the sizes. So you have enough to really use for all of the areas. However, that said, I want to jump to mini horizontal rainbow boxes because I have a feeling that this, yep, just about. This is really good for the section down here. You'll still just need to cover up a tiny bit, but this is a really good match down here. Or what you could do is, because I don't have a mini horizontal planner to demo with, but this won't be perfect, but you can even put this over here. So these are from the mini horizontal. You can tell by this is a little bit more peach. This one's a little bit more orange. Also in the mini horizontal, you'll get a bigger box. That's going to cover up some of the day, but you can play around with it in terms of the dashboard spread and where you want to put things. And then you've got this bigger strip, which is not really going to work in the dashboard in the mini dashboard unless you went all the way across. But in the classic size dashboard, this will still be a little bit wide, but you can put it over here. I also pulled out monthly, and on the other side is a checklist layout. Even though checklist layout is different than a classic vertical layout, whoops, we're still zoomed in. It's going to work for this purpose because the boxes are the same size. So what I want to show you here is that you can take one of these, and this is sized for mini horizontal, but look how nicely this is going to fit in a vertical. That's like, it's the perfect width, which would be, I don't know, is just really good for your planning. And then this won't go all the way across both days or all 3 days, but it'll go nicely across 2.5. Let's say you're leaving work early on a Friday and having a long weekend. That can be used there. Another spot to use this could be, oops, in a monthly for, I don't know, something to note something, whatever it may be. These little notches are also helpful on a monthly because they're small and they don't take up too much space. On a vertical, they'll take up just a little bit of space too. Of course, they're mini, so they're smaller, but there's definitely a use for these, I think, no matter what size planner you use. We have something that's a little bit thicker than this other one. And you can kind of see how that would go across. And then this is the same orange box that we had up here. And I think that's it. We still have one of these, so you can put this in a weekly vertical. You can also put this in a monthly. So then see there what it looks like. I don't know why I keep putting these down crooked. I know why, because I'm me. You see what it looks like there. So the other thing that just occurred to me is that you can take one of these and kind of redate this. So let's say you wanted it to be a Monday start monthly instead of a Sunday start. You can use these for that. So that's kind of the test. I didn't pull out a big happy planner because I feel like you can kind of get a visual of how these stickers each work in a few different layouts and a few different sizes without maybe necessarily needing to do it in a big, but hopefully it was helpful. I'm excited to play around with these a little bit more in my planning and kind of dive into stickers for each box. So as a reminder, mini horizontal rainbow boxes, mini dashboard rainbow boxes, and black boxes are available on Friday, September 1st, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Code Elise10 will give you a discount, and I also earn a commission from your order if I influenced you to purchase. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you're picking up, and I will see you next time.